Hello everybody, today we are back to lesson 2 on advanced numerology readings. We are going to talk about the number pairs that are associated with the number 1. Just to quickly recap, uh, in the previous lesson we talked about how you should plot the chart, identify the different number pairs that are in the chart, and based on the aspect that you are interested in, isolate the related number pairs, and by reading them in combination, get a fuller picture about the aspect of that you're trying to understand about the individual that you're reading. Could be yourself, could be your friend, or could be just stranger on the internet, right? And before I move on to the lesson proper, as you have seen in my previous video, I'm really not holding back, and this set of videos are about releasing all the most important information that we need to understand numerology and to learn and to carry out numerology for ourselves and our friends around us. It's supposed to help remove the barrier and demystify the subject. So if you appreciate my efforts, please like, share, and subscribe. Well, before we go on, we want to remind ourselves what the number 1 is about. So it is a young metal element number that is often associated with the images of a knife, a pen, a sword, and it could use to symbolize a leader, one person, or taking the initiative. It is also associated with the ideas of emotions and thoughts. So when we talk about number pairs, we want to look at the image of the number 1 and how it would change or be affected when we put a number behind it uh, in terms of the meaning. So for example, when we have 1 1, we're talking about thinking uh, and adding that to thinking. So what we would think of, imagine is this person will be thinking a lot, and therefore we would say that 1 1 is associated with overthinking. So 1 2, for example, is thinking and then talking, and to me, I think that is a very good sign. So he thinks properly or carefully before saying things, and that is usually a good sign of intelligence, and this person is very unlikely to offend anybody um, but from the things he's saying. Again, 1 3, thinking and taking action, is a very rational person. It's not it's calm. 1 4, this one is not about thinking. It is about because 4 is an action. It's a specific action. It is planning. It's organizing things. It is sorting out the details. And this person likes to do these activities alone. 1 5, again, 1 person, and 5 is having direction, knowing where he wants to go. So when you put them together, 1 5 is associated with the idea of traveling alone. 1 6, 1 person with its money, we would think that it's financial independence. 1 7, this we've mentioned in the previous lesson, it is 1 person to many people. So it gives you the image of networking. 1 8, again, 1 person with a lot of responsibilities. This one has a slightly negative connotation to it because if you're taking all the responsibilities alone, you might end up also taking up all the stress alone. 1 9, finally, it is 1 person with its job and career. So this person tends to want to do things by himself, on his own. He wants to work on jobs or careers that allow him to function alone and less in a team. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a specific example and see how we can apply these number pairs. For today's example, we have the chart from Big Rasmatas. He reached out to me asking for a reading, and I found his chart to be interesting. It was very suitable for today's video. So again, from chart, we generate the 4-digit number, and from that we generate his numerology chart. We identify his strength, weakness, and his life path number. So we would say that he has a 189 chart with a life path 9. So what we are going to do next is to try and identify the different number pairs in this chart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some time. You can either pause the video or just let it run to identify the different number pairs, and I'm gonna review them in a bit. So yes, pause the video and see if you can identify them. So I hope you managed to identify the different number pairs. I think there are a total of 9 of them. On the weakness side, you have 9 1, 9 1, and 1 1. And the strength side, you have 1 7, 1 8, and 7 8. And in the main body of the numerology chart, you have 1 8, 1 9, and 8 9. Did you manage to get all of them? So now that we've identified the number pairs, we want to look at the number pairs that are associated with a specific number. For the case of this video, we are going to look at the number pairs associated with the number 1. And I've highlighted them in red. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take all of them out and see what they mean in combination. So before I move on, if you are unsure about what the number pairs mean, please go back to the earlier part of the video and look at the list which I've written down, and come back again to this part of the video. So I will go very quickly. 1991, this is about working alone. 17 is about networking. 18 is about taking all the responsibilities alone. And 11, overthinking. So if you combine everything just by looking at the numbers associated with 1, we know that this person wants to do things alone. He's going to probably find a job. He's going to be very confident or comfortable in a career and a job that allows him to do things alone. And he's a very responsible person. He's going to make sure that every part of the project is done well, and he will see to it that you know, and he'll personally supervise each part of the project and make sure it's done well. And he does a lot of networking. He is able to pitch what he wants to do to many people. But if you think about it, all of this requires, because every part of the project requires him to do it himself, this is going to create a lot of stress, and this person has the tendency to overthink. Now, if we go back to the context of the chart, if we go back to the context of the chart, as I was saying, this person is 189. So look at the weakness, it is a 1. So we've mentioned about the 1 being overthinking. This person has a weakness 1, and that's also associated with negative thinking, depressive thinking, or and stuff like that. So if you look at the whatever the all the stuff that the number 1 is telling us, he's taking a lot of responsibilities. He wants to do things alone. He wants to network by himself. He's comfortable being alone, but he has the problem of overthinking. Um, so this becomes an issue when he's not able to, hold on to the stress if he has too much on his plate. So if you're reading for this person, or if you see a related chart that's similar, then you might want to tell this person that maybe it is better to offload some of your responsibilities to people around you. You need to think about how to work, not in a huge team, but at least with 1 or 2 people who you can trust. So again, as a life path 9, this person is very ambitious. He is career orientated. He is optimistic. He wants to achieve big things. But if you're doing everything alone, there is always a limit to how much you can achieve. And uh, yeah, so you might want to start opening up, freeing up some of your responsibilities to people whom you can trust, allows you to get uh, more into the fuller picture, allows you more energy and free time to think about the direction you want your job and career to go in. So So really, that's it for today's video. It's short demonstration of how you can use just one aspect of the numerology chart to talk about, or to understand this person and the challenges they're facing. So usually I think in this case we chose a number that is associated with the weakness number of this person, and therefore we have a better idea of why he's struggling, why as in what his weakness one is pertaining to. So, but it's still the same steps. You need to first identify the number pairs, focus a single number, and look at the associated pairs and apply of them in context. I don't know if you've observed or realized that I don't talk about a lot of the spiritual stuff. I try my best to look at the numbers and tell you what they apply in real life context. And I think that is the main gist of metaphysics or numerology. If it's too into the spiritual plane, it may not be very helpful. In fact, I think numerology should give you ideas or key points that you should change your life um, to achieve a better state. So in this case, for him, he needs to learn how to manage responsibilities, and I believe he's a very intelligent person, so I don't have any doubts that he'll be able to do it. So so yeah, if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, because in the next video we are gonna talk about number two pairings. And again, I'm always looking for volunteers for their charts to be used in the video. So if you have a number two that is in the strength position or in the life path, or if two is a life path number, please get in touch, and hopefully I'll be able to use your chart for the next lesson. See ya.